welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making salted roasted ground nuts. So these are ground nuts I got from Malawi. My mom sent them to me, but you can find them locally as well. I think in a lot of Asian stores you should be able to find. So what I did is I picked out all the bad ones and then I spread them out on this pan. So the key to making these nuts these nuts is to make sure they have space in between. Spread them all out evenly, because when you add in the salt water, you want them to dry up individually. You don't want them to stick together. So I'm going to be placing these in the oven. I'm preheating my oven. You won't be able to see now, but I'm preheating my oven to 350. I think if you're using degrees Celsius, that has to be 180. But if it's Fahrenheit, it's 350. So I'm preheating my oven right now. I'll be placing the nuts in the oven once it's done preheating. My oven is now ready at 350. I'm going to be grilling these nuts in here for about 20 minutes. But I'll keep checking on them in between, just so they don't get completely burnt, because you don't want them too cooked, like overcooked as well. So yeah, let me put these in the oven for about 20 minutes. Okay, so while we're waiting for our nuts to grill up in the oven, I'm going to be making my salt and water mixture, which I'm going to put in the nuts once they're done. So you pretty much eyeball this. You don't want to put too much though, because then your nuts will be very, very salty, and you don't want to put too little salt as well, because you know you want them to have that saltiness but not too much of it. So I'll just let this dissolve while my nuts are grilling, and then we'll get to the next step. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes and I can already smell my ground nuts. They smell so good. So I'm just going to do a little. Can you see they've already changed color? Meaning they're almost done. So I shouldn't have to wait for another 10 minutes actually. I'll give it 5 minutes and then I'll take them out. Okay, so as you can see, they are done. I think I left them in there for about 15 minutes. You can tell when they're done because they start smelling nice, and when you break them apart, you can easily peel them or see. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, they're pretty much done. So what I'm going to do now, this is my water and salt solution. So I'm just going to pour over, not a lot, put a little at a time, because you don't want them to be soaking wet too. You just want them to be coated in the solution, but you don't want them soaking wet. Okay, so as you can see, you can already see the ones that have dried up from the salt solution. Some of them is still wet, but like I said, the amount of salt you put depends on your taste buds. I don't like very salty stuff, but at the same time I like to taste the salt in my nuts. So yeah, I don't put a lot. I don't want to see the grains of salt on my nuts. As you can see, wait, let me focus. Let me zoom in. So you can't really see the grains, but you can see the white from the salt. That's how I like my nuts. So I'm going to leave them here to dry for a bit, maybe probably like an hour, and then I'll show you how they come out. Thanks for watching. Okay guys, so the groundnuts are ready. As you can see, let me bring them closer. Oh, look at that. So yummy. So normally I just have this little scoop. And there you go. And I'll put this in here. So if anybody wants to take some. And I have snacks for every day. So here are my ground nuts. Oh, can't wait to have these. These are my favorite nuts.